So I live in this pretty irregular shaped building. I mean, there aren't many like it around here, and it does stand out from the crowds. And that really got me thinking. Because as I walk down my street here, none of the other buildings are like it. It's the only one on my street that has this strange curved architecture turret slash castle thing. And then just the other week I'm walking past this church. I walk past this church all the time, have been for a couple of years now. And I suddenly see something that really pops out to me that I've never ever noticed before. And this sign talks all about the village of Lee into the 1840s. And this is how things used to be back in the Norman conquest. And it has all this stuff like the Lee Palace, the Manor House, things I've never even heard of. The Cedars and the Penn family and this guy here who obviously has some kind of significance in this area. And I'm looking at this sign and I'm thinking, is this new? Have I not seen this before? And then I see the rust on the legs. This place was an estate, a manor house, and how it all maps into Greenwich Park, which is just over the heath there. And as I come round to the corner and onto the next street here, and as I walk down here, I come across this green street with lovely homes on it, walking down to what is the town centre, which is actually quite a different place to where I am now, which is only like half a mile away or something. And then if I double back the other way, past the church I just came by, I end up coming back onto my street the way I walk almost every single day. And that's what today's video is about. Today's video is about this street. About a year ago, I was having an argument with my girlfriend, walked out of my flat, up this street, and I realised for the first time in my life, this street is actually downhill, or actually behind me is uphill. Now how can somebody walk up and down the street for an entire year and not realise you're actually walking up and downhill? What is that? How do you explain that? Is that a change in who you are? Is that a change in perception? How do you not realise that? And something has to happen before you recognise that, before you see something differently, before you can understand something that before you almost completely ignored. What is that barrier, that perception, that emotion, that bond, what is it? Is it a change in who you are? Does it mean you're just understanding something different? What is that bond between you and other people that forces you to change and become psychologically different? And how can you amplify that? How can you engineer that? How can you change that so you see things differently to become more of who you potentially can be? And that's what the Self-Discovery Show is about. And if I'm honest, I do love this street. I do love the flat where I live. I do love this area. It takes me 12 minutes to get to London Bridge. That's virtually the centre of London. But however much I love it, however much I want to be here and love being in this flat, none of it is as real as I think it is, because it's only my perception, my emotional bonds, and what I enjoy. It's not actual facts. It's not actual things. Like, yes, I'm here walking down the street making this video, I live in this flat, I live in this area, but it's only my perception of what's going on. And once you can change that, once you can work with that, once you can unwind whatever it is inside of you that's projecting your own version of reality to make you desire what you desire, then the world is yours.